Okay guys, here we are. And what you'll typically see that I do with side wind this way is I'll point over to this side and we'll try to play the depth game. Try to straighten out my ball guide and get this to shoot down towards the hole like this. So you'll see that I might keep the ball guide just a little bit past the hole. I expect it to kind of shorten up. The other critical part is going to be your pull angles. So you'll see that I might just try to stay just a little bit on the north edge here. Other than this, I'm thinking for this ring adjustment, somewhere maybe just a tad over 4. So maybe that's 4.3 rings here for a 5.9. And let's just see how this runs out. And it is just a little bit too high. So I can try to tighten up my pull angle and just try to pull it down the hill just a little bit more. Alternatively, I can maybe try to use just a little bit more backspin and just try to straighten up the ball guide and actually use that pull angle. So keep in mind, there's two parts of that. How you keep the ball guide, like are you going to keep it past the hole, but also pull angle. So both, you need to factor in both. So if you're going to keep it like mine, because I'm pulling down to lower ground, which means the ball's going to land short. So I'm essentially trying to predict how much that's going to happen. So I'm pulling kind of on the north end intentionally, knowing that the ball's not going to make it to that bullseye target. It's going to land short of that. So since I know it's going to land short of that mark, I'm trying to predict how the ball guide will change as a result. And you need to factor in both those parts, how you have the ball guide and how you play the short hop there. Now it's a little bit easier for me when I, keep the surface. That's why you can see that I went for the rough bump on the right-hand side. It's a lot easier to be consistent that way, in my opinion, as opposed to what you saw my opponent do to the left. So that's the reason that I kept away from the left. When you're left and you're pulling rings higher up on the cliff, very difficult to do. Same thing alternatively on the right. When you're on the right, and if you set up for a left wind and have to pull down to the cliff's edge, very tough to get that alignment the way that you want. So it's much better on that hole to go cross, and that's the reason that I do it that way. So keep all that in mind. Good luck, and I'll see you guys on 8.